So in all these 2 decades, do you regret recording any album?
Yeah.
Yeah, which one?
I think you know.
I think well.
It's kind of like Voldemort. He who shall not be named is
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but in that time, you thought it was the correct decision?
No.
No.
No. I did not. I never liked the album. It was sort of forced upon me by the lineup of that time. Lots of bad decisions were made, and that is also why I literally fired everybody that was on that album.
Yeah. So you don't keep any contacts with
No,
not at all.
No, sometimes with the drummer, because he was an okay dude. He plays for Carcass now.
Yeah.
He's a cool dude, and he never did anything fucked up. So.
All right, good. So what do you think of all this deathcore scene that has been rising in the last 10 years? I mean, I think it's in the lowest point of deathcore, but like 5 years ago it was something big. So what do you think, you playing like more traditional death metal, maybe?
I don't know, it's just like every trend in music comes and goes, I guess. I mean, it's like metalcore was big 10 years ago, now no, but it's almost non-existent, I guess. I mean, even bands like Killswitch Engage are not big anymore compared to when ages ago, which, I mean, I have no problem with Killswitch Engage, don't get me wrong, but it's just...
But have you found any bands playing deathcore that you say, okay, they're good. They're not my cup of tea, but they're good.
Whitechapel has some good stuff.
Yeah, I guess Whitechapel's a good band in that style, and Diarda's Murder's been doing really well too. They're a pretty cool band too. I don't know, Carnifex, I guess.
Quite Carnifex stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So the cover artwork for Retrograde is quite cool, and it takes you to the 80s sci-fi horror movies. I assume that all you guys enjoy watching horror movies. So, which are your top 3 of all times?
Oh, let's make it easy. Why don't you? That's tough. I'd say Hellraiser for sure.
Yeah.
Being one. Quite possibly Evil Dead. Maybe Reanimator.
The first part?
The second one.
The second one.
By Dawn, yeah.
Yeah. When your fans are watching your show, for example, like today, they can see that you are having fun in the show, which is a part of playing in Aborted. So, but I was wondering, did you ever feel that it was a job more than something that you really like to do? Like maybe you have a tour that you feel like, oh, I have to do this.
I'll just speak for myself, and everyone can answer for themselves since they're here. When the band was in a bad place during the album of that we're talking about, then yes, I was actually hating every second of it. When we did a US tour with a certain guitarist that was being a total asshole on stage, I absolutely hated being on stage, but ever since, I mean, we're in this lineup, or let's say since 2012, I mean, I'm having a great time on stage every day. It doesn't matter, even when maybe turnouts are not that great or whatever. I'm still having fun. If I wouldn't be doing this still.
First of all, what do you think of doing these kind of tours when you are the most extreme band on the bill? I mean, normally for extreme death metal bands, normally is to go with Suffocation Nile, that kind of bands. Being playing with 2 thrash bands, more known for playing thrash metal. What do you think of that?
I think it's really interesting. Both for us and people coming to the shows, because you have 4 really different bands, so you don't really get bored easily. Throughout the night. Whereas if you play like 4 or 5 extreme death metal bands, there's only so many blast beats you can take, I guess. I mean, no, not that I mind touring with death metal bands. I love it, but it's interesting to see the scope of people that come out to the shows. There's people that like a little bit of everything, and then surprisingly it works for everybody.
Do you think that fans of Aborted also enjoy Soilwork, for example?
Yeah, is something you'd have to ask a fan of Aborted, which is not me. I don't know, what do you guys think?
If Aborted fans will also like the other bands on the tour?
No, if they also like sort of...
Yeah, maybe if you can share the audience with all these different bands.
I was a fan of Aborted, and I also liked every other band on the tour before I joined Aborted. So
Right.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna be 1 year of the release of Ridogore, right? So you must have some sort of feedback so far of media, your fans, and everything. Everything has been positive so far, or have you heard some negative feedback as well?
I'd say like 99% of the feedback's been really, really positive. The
Yeah.
record's been our best selling, and I mean, we can tell by the shows too, because it's the first real European tour for us.
Yeah.
And people seem excited, so it's really good. I think there's like maybe 1 or 2 bad reviews, but that's about it.
Right.
Which is surprisingly low. People usually hating a lot more.
Right. So for me, one of the highlights of this new album is that it's not a flatline. I mean, it's not all the time same sound. I mean, you put a lot of things going on the album. Was that a must for you on this album? Was your goal to try new things maybe on Ridogore that you didn't try on your previous albums?
I don't know. I'd say
Because
mainly.
someone says maybe there's some blackish guitars on there, you know.
I think it's mainly looking at which way we can. Blackish guitars. There sure are some blackish guitars. But I think
I mean black metal.
it was mainly us looking what can we do, I think, because the Kreator manifesto was pretty punishing start to finish for most of the songs.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could do that again, or you can go even faster or more technical, or try to do something a little different. And I think we just tried, all those aspects. I think the fast parts are a bit faster, the technical parts are a bit more technical, but then there's also those ambient, like, I don't know, dark atmospheric parts. So I wouldn't necessarily call it melodic, because that usually makes people think gay. And I guess the black guitars are there,
the black
too,
parts.
Yeah.
So, well, it's too early. It's just 1 year since you released. But I was wondering, are you already thinking, or do you have any ideas for what's coming next, or you don't want to think that? You just want to tour, and when you finish touring and for Ridogore, you want to start thinking about next things?
Well, we recorded already 2 new songs that are coming out on the 7-inch.
Yeah.
Probably around May for just like an EP.
Yeah.
But we're already writing new stuff, and I think
Yeah.
the plan is to record somewhere early-ish next year.
Next year.